This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 795. Yes, just 5 away from 800. Hello, it is Mike Matthews, broadcasting from the last place on earth, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear the finale of my Intuit interview with the Los Angeles band SALT PETAL. Plus, we'll hear from Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the Brewmaster, and NASA says our Christmas lights can be seen from space. So even the aliens... Mike's Daily Podcast. Looking down on us, they must have the Christmas cheer. Oh, Riptalians. Mike's Daily Podcast. Riptiles is what they are. They're like from the TV show V, although the woman was pretty hot in the second one, not the first one, or 3. Wait, they made a third V? That's pretty sad. Now, I want to tell you something that may have made some of you mad, and that is, I apologize for saying the band SALT PETAL the wrong way and spelling wrong. Mike's Daily Podcast. It's SALT PETAL, like a pedal on a rose, not a pedal on a bike. So it's P-E-T-A-L, Mike's not P-E-D-A-L. Daily My bad. Podcast. Although a SALT pedal on a bike would be interesting. Maybe a bike made completely out of salt. A high sodium bike, for example. But we get into all that in this show in my interview with Autumn. Ah, look who just walked in. Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How y'all doing?
And it's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What, disgruntled fiddle player?
Well, not everybody can be smart.
That's true, disgruntled fiddle player.
And Mike, you shouldn't feel bad that you don't know how to spell.
Well, I will say, I've got my room for rent. The roommate that I have, the young 20-something that's been living here for like the past, 4 or 5 months, who is, I've renamed Clunk, because he makes a heck of a lot of noise, especially when he's had like a bunch of coffee and he's up till 3 in the morning clunking around, and I barely got any sleep last night. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. I make the root beer. I'm the Brewmaster. Oh, boy.
Brewmaster, how's your romance with Madame Rutabaga?
It's over.
Why?
Because she wakes up in the middle of the night, clunks around, and I can't get any sleep.
I had a girlfriend like that over the summer who like a total insomniac. I could never get any sleep with her. And it's not like the old joke, like you ever slept with a redhead? No, not a wink.
I don't get it.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry that it's done between you and Madame Rutabaga.
Yeah, we're still friends.
Uh-huh. You two just seem perfect for each other.
No, you completely misread that. Oh, boy.
Well, I can't wait to try the whatever root beer you're making.
The root beer vat's completely dry. I'm boycotting root beer.
No, Brewmaster, why?
Because I'm mad. And I have a broken heart.
Oh. You'll get over it.
I know.
Mike, like I was saying, you can't spell, so don't feel bad about that.
Thank you, Disgruntled Fiddle Player. Benita, how are you and the Disgruntled Fiddle Player getting along here in the Christmas season?
Well, Mike, it's really fun because we take popcorn and we take like a little needle and some thread, and then we put the popcorn through that and put it on our tree. And that's how we make a trashy Christmas.
Mike, I always enjoy decorations that you can eat.
Yeah, but you can't eat them once they've been on the tree for a while.
Why not?
Well, what about all the stuff off the tree?
It's nature. That's what it is. It's nature. So I'm just eating the corn that's on a tree. That's what corn comes off of a tree anyway.
No, it's actually like more of like a stalk.
Shut up.
Well, I'm glad you guys are in the Christmas spirit. Let's hear for the Christmas spirit. Or maybe you like to call it the Christopher Walken spirit. Because Christopher Walken has apparently been in every freaking movie that's ever been made. I was rewatching Batman 2, or what do they call it? Batman Returns, the second Michael Keaton, Tim Burton movie. And Christopher Walken plays a villain in that. And it's kind of a Christmas-themed movie. There's snow, there's Christmas trees and all that. And Christopher Walken is in it doing his Christopher Walken spiel. And then I thought, you know what? Christopher Walken is in another Christmassy sort of movie. Catch Me If You Can. What, Mike? Catch Me If You Can is a Christmas movie? Well, I think so.
Mike's absolutely useless review.
Catch Me If You Can is a great, great movie. I love it. It's one of my favorite Spielberg movies. One of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Christopher Walken plays his dad. And there's this whole thing where the character, what's his name? Abagnale. Frank Abagnale. I've got one of his books, actually. He ended up being a guy that's all about privacy and security. And, he's basically lost his head in this world that we live in, where privacy has just been thrown out the window, Frank Abagnale. So if you ever read his book or go to any of his lectures, you'll walk out scared-er than Edward Snowden in a Snowden storm. Thought I'd keep it Christmassy. I mean, Christopher Walken, Miss E. So Frank Abagnale, the Leonardo DiCaprio character, talks to the Tom Hanks character. They always talk on Christmas. And so there's sort of a Christmas theme going on in that movie. But don't forget the other great Christmas films, like The Family Stone. What, you didn't like that one? I watched it many, many times with my ex-wife. It has some touching moments in it. And it's got a huge cast with the, what's his name? Craig T. Nelson is in it. Love him. Oh, and Diane Keaton. Yes. And Luke Wilson. And the very beautiful Claire Danes. And then there's the girl that was in the Sex and the City. The Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah. So, and Rachel Bilson? No. McAdams. One of those two. So you can see those movies, get in the holiday spirit. And I know there's a whole You know what? Email me your favorite holiday film. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. Hey, and we'll read your comments on the section emails for me mail. And we might even send you a Yuletide personalized MP3 for thee, because the contest is still going on.
Mike's Yuletide personalized MP3 for thee contest.
Yeah, just email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. If we pick your email, all the characters from The Last Place on Earth will wish you a very Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah, whatever you like. Happy Kwanzaa.
Mike, I can't wait to do that. Just give me a microphone. I'll do it right now.
No, wait. Save all that energy and wait till we do the contest.
Don't tell me what to do.
Everybody's telling me that. I'm just suggesting.
Yeah, whatever. I gotta do some more Christmas shopping. Bye, Christopher Walken gives me the creeps.
So if Christopher Walken really is Santa Claus and he's looking down and when he's bringing us the presents every Christmas, does he see our Christmas lights? Well, maybe he does. According to HuffingtonPost.com, it's not just your neighbors who can see your Christmas lights. The combined effect of holiday lights in cities and suburbs is so powerful that the difference from normal lighting conditions can be detected from space. NASA reports that satellite images show certain cities shine between 20% and 30% brighter during the holiday season. And out in the suburbs, some areas shine as much as 50% brighter. Miguel Roman, who is a research physical scientist at NASA, says it's a near ubiquitous signal. Despite being ethnically and religiously diverse, we found that the U.S. experiences a holiday increase that is present across most urban communities. These lighting patterns are tracking a national shared tradition. So it looks like big yellow dots, what the satellites see. And one NASA map shows the difference between cities and suburbs. The cities of Washington, Baltimore, Richmond, and Virginia Beach are covered with yellow dots, representing more modest boosts in light levels. The surrounding suburbs are green, indicating much larger increases. And apparently the effect isn't limited to the U.S. during Christmas. In fact, researchers first noticed the difference in light levels in images of Cairo taken during the Muslim holiday of Ramadan. What do you think about that? Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. Do you have holiday lights on? Not everybody does it. Some people want to conserve their electric bill. Some people are like, no, that I don't want to have a bunch of crap on my front lawn and then forget about it. And then I become one of those people when summer comes around and I still have my Christmas lights up. But do you celebrate and do you have a cool display in your front yard? Mine's like, I do the bare minimum. I like put some Christmas lights in the pine trees that are in my front lawn, and then I feel like it looks Christmassy. But email me maybe a picture of your place too. We'll put it on the website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com also is where you can find links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Subscribe to the show there, and you can rate the show and comment on the show, and that helps our ranking so more people find out about us. There's also links to where to find us on Facebook. Like the Facebook page, and when I post a new show, share it with your friends, and more people find out about us that way. It's a great way to help out the show. Also, you'll find links to where to listen to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic. You can also find us on Instagram, Yelp, Tumblr, and Twitter. All those links at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. There's also the Amazon link. If you click on that and buy something, just in time for Christmas, we get a little bit of that as well. It helps support the show. And it's all there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com.
Into an interview.
Okay, awesome.
I'm speaking with Autumn Harrison of the band SALT PETAL. And I wanted to ask you, Autumn, where did that name come from?
Oh, we were thinking about different things that we wanted to kind of like bring up in our name, and since we're from different places and almost all our band members are from different places, we kind of thought it'd be cool to pick something that, you know, brought up something from someone else's country. So Rodrigo had a composer that he liked, Fiddle Player, from Argentina, and we were listening to some of his songs, and one of his songs talks about the love of his life being this woman he finds in the middle of the city, and then she kind of disappears, and he compares it to a salt petal, and we just thought that was an interesting image. And then we started talking about where would that grow if it was like a flower or something. So it'd be in the desert or in the ocean. So we just liked all the visuals that it could come up with, and the fact that it came from a song from Argentina.
How do you guys record? What's the recording process like?
How do we compose, or what do we do when we go to the studio?
When you go into the studio.
Well, we have the songs pretty set before we go into record, and we play them a bunch of times, and often we'll be playing them live, and so we have some ideas of what we want to do. And then we've been working with our friend Raymond Richards, who's a producer here in LA, and he kind of has a really laid-back way of recording, and just works with our ideas, and maybe we'll suggest a few things to highlight something. And so it turns out to be really fun and pretty quick. We can record maybe, you know, most of an album within like 2 weeks or so. So it doesn't turn out to be too lengthy.
And how many albums do you have out now?
We have 2, and we're working on our 3rd.
And Sea Monster is the latest, isn't it?
Yes.
And they can find out where to get Sea Monster at your Facebook.com/salt.
Yeah, we're on iTunes, on CD Baby. It's on Amazon. And our Facebook has some information, and we're going to be updating our website within this month, so we'll have more links on that at saltpetal.com.
And then you were in Songlines magazine in England.
Yes, yeah. That was really exciting. That was a recent competition that we were kind of put in and tried to forget about, because it gets scary to be like competing with other people. But then they notified us that we had won, and so we were featured. There was a panelist that picked our song, people from BBC and from Songlines, and we're going to be in a Rough Guide compilation coming up next year. And then we were in their recent podcast last week, and we'll be featured in their magazine coming up for January, February.
Wow, so you need to tour England.
Yes, definitely.
That'll be fun.
That would be great, yes.
And
we're looking for touring in 2015.
And is that the Battle of the Bands that you won?
Yeah, exactly.
And tell me about the South by Southwest experience.
Oh, that was really amazing, and just full of, you know, every day was something different. And we were kind of basically just